Hello and welcome to this tutorial, and in this tutorial we are going to proceed with creating a database and how we could add the items into the database. So in this case, as we want to add some products onto the database, so first we need to define what a product is. So a product or the item which we want to insert into the database should have some properties. So in order to list out the properties of each and every product, we simply go ahead and create a new class. So in order to create a new class, we go under the app folder. Inside the Java folder, we select or right click the first folder and we go to new and we select a Java class. So now let's name this Java class as products, as this class is going to store information about the product. So we simply click OK, and as you could see, our class is created. So the first thing which we need to do is that we need to add certain fields to this product. Initially, we need to give an ID to each and every product. So the ID is used to uniquely identify each and every product. Now, if you have some knowledge about MySQL, then you also might know about the primary key, about the ID, and how that ID has to be unique so that each and every item in your table can be easily identified. So the same concept applies here. And if you don't have some knowledge about MySQL, then it would be a bit difficult for you to understand this tutorial. And that is because we'll be using the same concepts of like creating a query, inserting into a table and all that. So make sure that you have some basic understanding of what SQL is, what a query is, and how to execute query and all that. Make sure that you read something about SQL before jumping into this tutorial. So basically what we are going to do is that we are going to give some attributes to this product. So the first property which we want to assign to it is going to be the ID. So we type private, and as the ID is going to be in integers, we type integer, and instead of directly specifying the ID, we type underscore ID, and we are also going to assign a product name to each and every product. So we type private string underscore product name. And actually you could go on and add as many properties as you want to a product, but for the sake of simplicity we are going to go with only two things which are the minimum required. So whenever you are going to create a table, you are always going to need an ID so as to identify each and every entry uniquely. So you always need an ID, and the next thing which we are passing along is going to be the product name so that we could identify the product or for saving some data at that particular location. So once this is done, the next thing which we do is that we add a constructor. So we press Alt, press insert, select the constructor, and we are going to go with this constructor right here. So we click OK, and as you could see, the constructor is automatically set up for you. Now the next thing which we do is that we make sure that we remove the underscore from here as well as here. So now once it is done, your constructor is fixed and we are good to go. So now once this is done, we need to add some getters and setters to your code. So these getters and setters are nothing but to get the data and retrieve the data. So in order to add getters and setters, again we use the code completion. So first of all, we are going to add some setters. So go to setters and make sure that you select both of these, then click OK. And as you could see, the setters are added to your code. And now once this is done, we also get the getters. So again we use code completion. This time we click on the getters and also we select all of the getters, then click OK. And once this is done, we are pretty much done with the products.java class. So that's it for this tutorial, and in the next tutorial we'll be continuing by creating a database and adding on the values into it. So thank you very much for watching this tutorial, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Thank you.